Yay! Another show based on an 80s toy. Apparently we'll never run out of those. Let's talk about My Pet Monster. It was a big, cuddly monster pal created by the American Greetings Company in 1986. He was pretty cool, but in retrospect, kinda confusing. He's got handcuffs, but you can also wear the handcuffs. And then you wear them together, or something. Fun? Also, this felt like a sneaky way to get boys to play with dolls. Like, hey look, it's a monster and it's not pink, so it's okay. I'm not buying it though. I'm looking at you too, my buddy. You're not tricking me into playing with dolls. Where the hell are my G.I. Joes? Ah, here's one. It's not a doll, it's an action figure. Well, My Pet Monster was still pretty popular. Enough to spawn a direct-to-video movie that everyone seems to agree is one of the worst things ever, and a cartoon series. So a couple of kids have a toy monster that becomes real when they remove its handcuffs. And that's all we get. No origin episode or any kind of explanation for this. Not that it really matters. How shall I describe this show? You know how every 80s show had that comic relief sidekick character that executives thought kids would identify with, but it ended up pissing us off because it took away focus from the characters we actually liked? Well, imagine an entire show about one of those characters. That's this show in a nutshell. So this is Monster, or Monzie as the kids call him. Sounds kind of like Fonzie. I guess they call him that to make him sound cool. Hey, who wouldn't want a pal that eats garbage, breaks stuff, and gets you in trouble? No, seriously, that's all he does. You know, I'm all for having a little buddy of whimsical nature to go on fun adventures with, but he sure as hell better not smell like yesterday's trash. His friends are Max and Chucky. Outside of them setting up a plot for Monster to screw up, there's really nothing interesting about them. Moving on. Max's older sister Jill is also there.
Well, promise me you'll be careful. And don't forget to take out the trash.
Hello, Allison Court. Hearing you in this just makes me want to go watch Beetlejuice or X-Men. And it seems Monster really likes her.
Max?
Jill. Monster love Jill.
I love you too, Monzie.
If this were a Michael Bay movie, he'd be humping her leg. But not all is nice in this dull and stupid show, because another monster named Beaster shows up in every episode to take Monster back to their world. Why? I don't know. I guess he just has nothing better to do. I can relate. As one of the lesser villains in this show, there's also Mr. Hinkle, the uptight neighbor. Boy, I love this cliche. You know, the one where the next door neighbor is all clean and proper, then some uncivilized ruffian ruins everything. Oh, the indignity! And let's not forget his poodle named Princess. That Monster goes out of his way to scare half to death.
Guess who?
Princess! This is horrible! I feel bad for this poor dog. Just look at her. I know it's just a cartoon, but what is this saying to kids? That it's okay to traumatize poor innocent animals because it's funny? This is just wrong. And that's the biggest problem I have with this show. Monster is not very likable. They try to make him look cool, but it's so unbelievably forced. Like they're trying to lampshade the fact that he screws everything up.
Max, Chucky, come see.
Oh, no!
Find your keepers. No one wants this stuff.
Neither do we, Monster. Neither do we.
Monster, did you ruin our lives again? Oh, you rascal. As if things couldn't get more unpleasant, there's an episode where he falls in love with a gorilla.
Isn't Gertie beautiful?
He must be sick. Monty's not sick. He's in love.
In love? With a gorilla? Yuck!
That's worse than sick. That's disgusting.
Everyone falls in love sometime.
Don't encourage this! Now what? Oh, he has a baby. He has a baby! Somebody stop him! No point in going through most of these episodes. They're all kind of the same. Just name an 80s cliche and that's an episode. Uh-oh, we gotta babysit and everything is crazy! We need to get those concert tickets for tonight and they're sold out! Oh no, we gotta bake all these cookies in time for the bake sale! And the prom is tomorrow! There's an episode where he's training to be in an eating contest. Because why not? Stop referencing better things! Then there's the cliched school bully.
If I win, you stop calling me Worm. Bet?
You're right.
Whoa!
And if I win, I keep this!
Oh, the stakes are so high.
Take care of that for Spud, friend of Worm.
Why did you give it back? Now this bet has no collateral. Screw it, he probably doesn't even know what that word means. Nobody in this show acts like a human being because there are so many over-the-top cartoon reactions. Hey, listen, I think I can hear Tex Avery rolling in his grave. Let's be real here for a second. If you saw a monster walking down the street, not even doing anything, he's just kind of there, is this how you'd react?
Monster!
No, that's not how you'd react. You might think it's weird, but you wouldn't freak out. Okay, so this next thing is a pet peeve of mine that I don't think I've ever brought up. So there are basically two kinds of animated shows. Half-hour ones like Rick and Morty and Black Dynamite. Then you got shows that run for 15 minutes with commercials. Let's call them quarter-hour shows like Adventure Time and Steven Universe. But occasionally you find a show like this that has both half-hour and quarter-hour episodes for no reason. Some shows are shorter because they work better that way, and this is a good example of a show that doesn't work with half-hour episodes. As bad as this show is, the quarter-hour episodes are at least tolerable because they're short, but the half-hour ones feel padded and dragged out. I know it seems like a frivolous thing to complain about, but it gets annoying when you're constantly dealing with stuff like this.
Oh, you again, eh? Maybe this'll teach ya. Yeah!
Riveting. Okay, before I lose it, let me talk about a few, and I mean a few, things I liked in this show. There's an episode where Monster runs away and actually goes looking for Beaster to take him back to their world, but Beaster is so confused by this that he freaks out.
What? Monster help Beaster? Why?
So Beaster take Monster back to Monsterland.
No, that's not right. Monster want help Beaster. Stay back. Beaster no get it.
No, wait for Monster.
Oh, everything Beaster knows is a lie! You know, there is actually an episode where they follow Beaster through the portal, so we get to see the monster world. And I think it's one of the circles of hell. Seriously, look at it. Where else can this possibly be? And in this world, a lot of the monsters are afraid of humans. So Monster has to keep the kids in check, and we get a complete role reversal.
No buts. Monster the boss now, and what me say goes.
Does this sound familiar to you?
Monster be back soon. Max and Chucky stay safe here. And remember, behave!
Now I know how Monster feels when I give him a scolding.
Damn. Self-awareness is a cold mother.
We also meet some other monsters that are good.
Hey, they're friendly monsters. monsters.
So we are. Only two kinds of monsters in Monsterland. Mean or friendly, like us. Me, Monster, and these are my brothers. Mark. I'm Lark. And Splock.
I'm Splork.
Now available at your local Toys R Us. There's another episode where Beaster chases them through a library and they get in trouble with the librarian, who doesn't seem too concerned about a monster in the library, so they're forced to have a quiet chase, and it's actually kind of funny. Or maybe I just like this because none of the characters are talking. What else? Sometimes in the backgrounds there are weird posters that spoof monster movies. Those are kind of fun to look at. I am officially more interested in fake movies inside of this fictional world. But by far the most fascinating thing in this show is Jill's friend Amy. I think she's only in 2 episodes and she doesn't really affect anything. But she's voiced by a young Tara Strong.
Oh! Can I have your autograph? Wow, he's wild.
Fun fact, this was her 3rd acting role ever, and her 2nd voice role. She had to have been about 14 when she recorded these lines.
What's it like having a zillion fans watching you? Do you ever get nervous or scared?
Just a little something I thought you guys would enjoy. The rest of the show is garbage. There's nothing else to say about this. The characters are bland and or annoying, and overall the show is just pointless and forgettable. You'd have to be really young to get any entertainment out of this, so skip the show, and while we're at it, skip the movie too. The sad part is you might have more fun just playing with the toy. And with that, the holidays are upon us. Now, normally I'd review a Christmas special or something, but this year I decided to do something a little different. They say that the holidays are supposed to remind you of when you were a kid, so this year I'm going to review an old childhood favorite.
He's just having lots of fun in his own monster way. He loves to munch on garbage. He'll even eat the can.
That's my pet monster.